Hi, everyone. I really appreciate you tuning in today. And, the reason for this video is really just to get a conversation going on three of the biggest obstacles our kids are facing today. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with parents where the phrase, it's different today, it's different for kids today, is such a large part of the conversation. And I'm sure like our parents said similar things, but that doesn't stop it from being true. Parents tell me how their child is addicted to YouTube, to video games like Fortnite, and just glued to their phone, and how when they restrict them from using it or take it away from them, it's like the equivalent of a 2-year-old having a tantrum. How addictive their favorite video game is and how it releases dopamine to their brain is similar to the effects of drugs. When I was a kid, we weren't glued to our devices. I mean, well, we didn't really have any devices, and we weren't worried about how many likes our photo on Instagram got compared to our friends. Even though I had the luxury and the opportunity to be bored and having to think of games to play to occupy my time. I got to spend my summers outside from sunup to sundown. There are still things I look back on and I say, wow, where would I be today if I had started learning these things at 5 years old instead of in my 30s? I had very, very little confidence and self-esteem, similar to the way these kids are worried about how many likes, they have on Instagram. I mean, like, I cared what people thought of me since kindergarten. I mean, like, I clearly remember a group of girls in kindergarten making fun of me, telling me my outfit made me look like a clown. And even though I loved that outfit, and just from then on, I never wore that outfit again, and I tried to fit in for the longest time. And aside from that stuff, I worried about everything and it would stress me out. And, I remember I always could hear what my heart was telling me and what my gut was saying, but I never listened to it until I was about like 13 or 14 or 15. And I had some really great mentors, thankfully, come into my life. And honestly, I really attribute, not going off the deep end in high school to that third party, figure in my life, a mentor. And also, I'm really blessed because I have wonderful, positive parents who always supported me. But when you're in middle school and high school, you don't hear your parents' voice as loud as you hear those of others, which is one of the reasons why I know it's so important for kids to have a mentor or positive figures in their life, in addition to their parents, and, to be involved in positive activities. So, with the shutdown and, everyone's life changing overnight, parents have been put under so much pressure to drop everything and become math and science teachers, tech experts, and of course, still take care of their home. Plus, everybody is concerned now that their kids they're getting less exercise and they're not socializing and they're on their tablets more and their learning is going to fall behind. And, those are just a few of the concerns I've heard from parents. But, even with these concerns you have for your child's well-being, parents and caregivers have this like brand new opportunity to be your child's teacher. And I'm not talking about their math teacher. I'm talking about teaching them to be resilient, teaching them to find a way instead of find an excuse. Help them become more disciplined and help them become more responsible. You're able to spend more time with them. I mean, like normally on a regular day, you wake them up, you eat breakfast, or maybe they eat breakfast at school and you rush out the door. You drop them off at 8 o'clock and then you pick them up from their extended day around 6 o'clock. You go home, make your way through homework, dinner, shower, bed, and it's, 9 o'clock. The day is over. So you know, how much time does that really allow you to spend with your child? It's like nothing. So I mean, that's the life we've been living. And you know, the typical life that's been set up for us just depends on dropping our kids off at school every day for 13 years, and it's left up to the teachers, you know, there to prepare, you know, our kids for life's challenges, for their careers, to bring out, you know, their unique gifts inside them. And it's truly not enough. And I'm not talking about the amazing teachers out there. I'm talking about the educational system where your kids are spending, you know, a third of their life for, you know, 13 years at least. And if we're depending on, you know, the standard public or private school alone, you know, our kids are not going to be prepared for life's challenges. So here are the three biggest obstacles that, you know, our kids are facing today, and school alone and our educational system is not preparing them for. The first one is the skills to be successful today are different. The skills needed to be successful are way different than they were 15, 20, 30 years ago. But you would never know this because nothing in education has changed. You know, as an entrepreneur myself, I can't just know martial arts if I don't know about accounting, psychology, marketing, customer service, tech, teaching, creative writing, just to name a few. We wouldn't be having this conversation because the academy probably wouldn't still be around. But, you know, there was a time where you went to school, kindergarten to 12th grade, and depending on what career you wanted, that may have fully prepared you. You know, certain careers, you know, require college education, and after some college and a degree, you were good, you were set, you were fully prepared. But that is definitely no longer the case. You know, the skills we need to be successful in today's world, you know, they've changed, but the educational system is not changing fast enough, unfortunately, to keep up. So, you know, teaching kids, and kids need to learn, you know, how to unlock their creative genius inside of them. They need to learn how to take initiative and not make excuses. They have to learn from failure, learn about leadership or creative writing or copywriting in, you know, the business world. They need to learn how to build relationships and connect with people, and learn about the mastermind principle, and, you know, how to go the extra mile. And, you know, these are just a few of the skills that our children need to be really successful and really fulfilled in life. You know, we want them doing something that they love for the rest of their lives, not working for the weekend for 40 something years until they can retire. You know, and this is because the educational system, you know, is teaching our children to follow assignments, pump out grades, take tests, memorize, you know, how many protons are in a cobalt atom. You know, it's not teaching them how to really think deeply. And, you know, our kids are not being taught the mastermind principle and how to collaborate. And if you're familiar with Andrew Carnegie, you know, he attributed his entire fortune and success to his mastermind and collaborative group. So, you know, the kids aren't receiving, you know, creative writing skills to write really attention grabbing copy for their business website if they want to go to the route of owning their own business. They're not being taught how to fail because, you know, their educational system often just passes them through the system so they can keep the funding coming in. Or, you know, our kids are getting handed out 14th place trophies when they come in last place. So that's the first obstacle, like I really see as a big challenge. And the second obstacle is that kids are waiting too long to get a mentor. So Luke Skywalker, he had Yoda. Harry Potter had Dumbledore. And of course, the Karate Kid had Mr. Miyagi. And I know those are movies, but they're still like really powerful examples on how mentors help those characters unlock what was inside of them and help them prepare to step into their destinies and be their true self and follow their own North Star within. So, you know, years ago, if like a person wanted to be like an electrician or a barber or like a recording engineer, they'd go and apprentice under someone that had been in the industry for years. They'd learn the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts from someone who had been there before. You know, mentors really motivate you. They help you fine tune and transform your vision. Mentors push you to go further. They protect you from missteps and, you know, help you see your blind spots. And, you know, they advise you and share life lessons. Mentors are just like a coach that, you know, can help better prepare you for life, for living the life that you want. So the next big challenge that I see is really huge, and I'm sure you as parents see it too. It's the distractions of social media and negativity. So tech companies have the recipe for human behavior, our behavior, and they make money and they need to keep us coming back if they want to make money, and their business model just depends on it. So kids are more distracted, they're nervous, they're more stressed out than ever. And, you know, just to throw a stat out there, the American Psychological Association reports that over 25% of kids between the ages of 13 and 18 experience anxiety. And every 1 in 6 children under the age of 8 suffer from a mental or behavioral difficulty. You know, but you know, the cause of this is constant notifications, being able to like binge watch your favorite show, you know, social networking platforms that replace real live conversations, and video games that feel like real life, you know, wireless earbuds that are glued to our ears. So these distractions really cause a disconnect, you know, with things in life that really matter. They lose the ability to stay present and appreciate the world around them. And, you know, we can't leave it up to the current educational system to teach them this. It's up to us. You know, there are children, and it truly does take a village. I mean, the right kind of village, that is. So, you know, if you realize that these obstacles our children are facing are real, then we definitely, we need to connect. So send me a message and I'll send you a link to my calendar, and we'll book a call and just see if your child qualifies to be part of our Life Mastery training program. This program tackles these obstacles and way more. And we are only taking 10 students for this program. We have a couple already enrolled, but we're not taking more than 10. This program is definitely about quality and not about quantity. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen and watch this video. And I can't wait to have more conversations with you all about this. So thank you.